Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a wonderful one out there. As always, I appreciate you joining me on this. Maybe it's afternoon for you as it is for me. Maybe it's evening, early morning, whatever it is. Whatever the case, thank you so much for being here. Today, we're going to listen to this track, Fool's Gold. This is from Stone Roses. I don't know what I was going to say with Soul. Technically, this is a single from the band, so not necessarily off of a particular album, but this was released in 1989. Good year. Really great year, especially for me. Some might say my first year. We listened to this track because it was suggested by a lot of people, such as Simon McPherson, Rudolph Cater, Manhattan Man, Baron von Greenback, Spartacus for Life, TDJR, KJ922, Jerry Coat, Pitimax, and many others. You guys had suggested this particular track. Now, technically, we have one more song to finish their debut album. We've gone through their whole debut album. We just got one more song on there. But I'm doing this one because, one, a lot of you had suggested it, and two, I can't help but notice that it's almost 10 minutes long, which leaves me very, very curious about the track because the band has made very, very great quality tracks in their debut album, and so I can't help but be kind of curious about a 10-minute track from the band. I'm really curious to hear how this sounds. I see that there's also a 4-minute single version. Give me the full thing. Give me the full thing. So as always, before we dive into it, get the plugs out the way. The Buy Me a Coffee is there if you'd like to sponsor a song request. You got a request and you just want to jump the line? That's where you go and do it. Patreon for exclusive content. But as always, just press the like button. That goes a great deal and helps quite a bit. Let's go ahead and listen to the track. We'll discuss it a little bit after Fool's Gold. What was that called? Pyrite? I think that's Fool's Gold if I remember correctly. I love that little guitar line in that bass. And a little funky guitar. Okay. They hop on that one, huh? This track has the funk to it. It's almost got a trip hop kind of feel to it while mixing a lot of funk down tempo. I love that quiver in the guitar. That deep bump that comes through. I mean, it's such an addictive bass line and melody. How can you not love it? And let it go on for a bit. I was not expecting a solo like this. That guitar's phasing more than a ghost. I like how this sound has returned. That. Because it came in a couple times earlier in the track. Very much hinted at. When that bass comes in, he's just hopping with it. When that bass line starts back up, every single time it just catches you like a left hook. Just like that. You discovered it. It says it's fool's gold. Well, call me a fool because that was gold. This was an incredibly funky piece of rhythm, just has everything to it. The bass line, actually, all the song, the bass line, that guitar, which is just so kind of psychedelic in its funky way. All of it is just there to hook you. It is just you're a fish. You're a boxing fish, and you don't know which hook to look out for, the left hook, the right hook, but either way, you're getting hooked. You know what I'm talking about? Like either way, this is just a really cool track. There's an E word. It evokes coolness. It just wears its coolness on its sleeve, and it's walking down the street. Everybody's looking at it and saying, yeah, that's a cool guy. That's a cool guy of a song. This one is. And what I really like is how it all comes together. This is like a track that to me is very much one that would feel like a club, like in the late 80s here. This kind of predates or kind of right around the corner of like trip hop and that kind of down-tempo era there, especially like in the 90s, you know, hitting the Bristol scene and stuff and the UK. But this is like right before that, right on the edge of that. But I love how smooth this sound is, how funky the drums are, of course. Manny on the bass guitar. God. Bum, 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 bum. That's a walking you down the street kind of bass line, and you're feeling cool in your new jacket that you're about. Bum, 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 bum. And then the way that he kind of fades off of that bass line gives the rest of the group a little bit more presence in what they're delivering. And then every time he comes back with that bass line, like I said, it's like that hook. It comes in, it grabs you, and you can't not move to it. You can't not tap your foot to it. The bass line is just fantastic. And really, this is a track where the heart of it is really in the rhythm section. That's between Manny on bass and then Rennie on drums. And the drums are funky as anything else. There's not like a lot of fills or changes or anything like that. They play it pretty straight. But what they're playing is just something that's so simply funky that that's all you need. Once again, just a rhythmic hook to catch you off guard. And I like that. You know, a lot of times the melody sections will drop out rather. Ian on the vocals here, who's delivering in a very hushed, once again, I can't help but think of it, just a cool, laid back, kind of languid way. He's just chilling. He is sitting down and perhaps even lounging in this track as he's delivering. He's just cool and chilled. And then Squire on guitars here, you know, obviously he comes in with that very funky, that funky, almost near psychedelic kind of guitar line that comes in and around Manny's bass guitar, which is just like a cool wisp of smoke surrounding that bass line. I think that this is just a cool, kind of like a cool dance track with some just insanely melodic rhythms, catchy melodies. It hits you everywhere you want to be hit. And I think it's, like I said, once again, fool's gold. No, this is just gold, brother. The gold road, sure a long road, winds on through the hills for 15 days. The pack on my back is aching. The straps seem to cut me like a knife. He's taken that road, though. He repeats the lyrics there again. I'm no clown. I won't back down. I don't need you to tell me what's going down. Listen, he's going to keep going. He doesn't need you to tell him any. No. He's going. He's taking his adventure seriously. He's going to make his own discovery. I'm standing alone. I'm watching you all. I'm seeing you sinking. I'm standing alone. You're weighing the gold. I'm watching you sinking. Fool's gold. So he's watching these other people on perhaps their journey. Perhaps they've discovered or made a discovery of some sort. And he says that they're discovering fool's gold. What he's doing is taking the long road, arguably the harder road, and that his gold, as he says, it's going to be worth it. This gold roads. These boots were made for walking. The Marquis de Sade never made no boots like these. Gold's just around the corner. Breakdown's coming up around the bend. What you doing? And of course it does so, right? The boots were made for walking. Marquis de Sade. I know that that's where the term sadism comes from. And I believe, do not quote me, I believe that book and that film, I don't know the number, but whatever days in Sodom or Salo or whatever that thing was called, I think it was kind of about him or something like that. I gotta tell you, I've never seen or read that book or anything, but I don't get the reference. He never made no boots like these. Can't say. I feel like there's something specific. Like it's a specific reference to something within that media. It says gold's around the corner, breakdowns coming just around the bend, obviously just breaking the fourth wall in the music as it comes in. And that is the gold, right? Sometimes you have to try and get along, dear. I know the truth. I know what you're thinking. Down, 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 down. Like others are watching him saying, "You're the fool," but he's looking at others like, "No, you're the fool." Of course, I'm not reading this literally, thinking of it metaphorically, and symbolically. But that's what I'm reading. That's what I'm hearing. Let's look at the Wikipedia article, released as a double A-side single with "What the World is Waiting For" in '89. It would go on to appear in certain non-UK versions of their self-titled debut album. It was their first single to reach the top 10 in the UK and stayed in the top 75 for 14 weeks, peaking at number 8. I'd say that's quite a success. Let's see. Additional vocal and guitar parts recorded later. The track had been worked on for 4 months, and the intention was to put "What the World is Waiting For" as the A-side. However, when Roddy McKenna heard "Fool's Gold," he urged the band to use that as the A-side. They weren't completely convinced and agreed to release a double A-side. It's been described as a Manchester dance rock, funk rock, breakbeat, psychedelic funk song, dance-oriented song, showcased the rhythm section of Manny on bass and Rennie on percussion. Naturally, Brown stated the song was written over the funky drummer by James Brown, which Rennie had to learn the beat from. However, the actual source of the beat is "Hot Pants" by Bobby Byrd. John Squire also plays guitar with various wah-wah pedal effects. I love that that little solo that happens in the middle where you do get that those extra guitar effects coming in and just kind of glitching in. It almost sounded organ-esque the way that it was played. Brown sings in a whispered delivery, obviously. The bass line was adapted from Kevin O'Neill's bass line "Know How" by Young MC, which Manny heard after going clubbing looking for things to pinch. The lyrics reference Nancy Sinatra's "These Boots Are Made for Walking" and Marquis de Sade. According to Brown, the song's verses were inspired by John Huston's 1948 film adaptation of The Treasure of the Sierra Madre, and tells about 3 geezers who are skint, and they put their money together to get equipment to go looking for gold. Then they all betray each other. Story, gotta tell you, it makes sense. Obviously, there's some legacy and popular culture information here as well. A lot of different releases on this one. A couple of remixes as well. Chart position: Australia 13, Belgium 27, Ireland 9, Netherlands 8, US 5, and a couple others. Let me know what you guys thought of the track, of course, in the comments down below. If you weren't tapping your foot to this one, are you even living? Just check the post a little bit. Buy me a coffee if you'd like to sponsor a song request. Patreon for exclusive content. Thank you as always for being here. I appreciate you all watching and hopefully enjoying the music and perhaps even secondarily enjoying myself. Come back tomorrow. Hope you do. I will see you all then. Bye, guys.